often should I post on Instagram as a DJ and a producer is a question I get asked all of the time. There are loads of big numbers flying about when it comes to growth on Instagram. So in today's video, I'm going to help you work out your posting plan for 2023 as a DJ and producer. Today, we are all joining the gym. I can hear some of you producer types going, no, not me. Yep, at the recording of this video, it's January, and that's what we all do in January, and it certainly feels like that, because my gym's packed. So, in the spirit of new year, new me, let's do this and join the gym. No, I'm not talking about switching the computer off and heading to the nearest gym. Although, if you aren't getting regular exercise, consider it, because it really does help with your mental and all your focus as well. Today, we're joining the content gym. So, just like those of you that actually go to the actual gym, I want you to start blocking out time for your content gym. And I've designed some exercises just for you to help with your content and help with your content in 2023. We're going to start to build those content muscles and also help you build some healthy habits around making content. Just this week, I saw a post on Facebook from an older generation DJ that said, I'm a music maker, not a content generator. My thoughts on this are always the same. If you're going to spend so much time making this great piece of music and spending all this time learning production and learning the skills and learning the ways to get the best out of your music and make this wonderful piece of art, then why not spend exactly the same amount of time pushing it so that as many people can hear your wonderful creation? Why don't you want people to hear this music? And in today's world, you do that with content and you do that with social media, and the whole average of my music will speak for itself. There's 100,000 of tracks released every week, year. It's not cutting through. You need to make the content to help that happen. But I make amazing music and that'll just help it rise to the top. How often does that actually happen? And usually when this does happen, it means the person that's created the music has an amazing network of personal friends in the industry, which means their tracks get listened to by the biggest labels and they get signed to the biggest labels. And therefore, those bigger labels make the content for you and do a lot of pushing for you, so loads of people hear it anyway. If you're a small or rising artist, then you've got to do a lot of it yourself. And even with those big labels, you can still eke out more by making some content for yourself. And it'll also help you get more gigs, which then helps you, potentially, if you wanted to, tour the world. The fact of the matter is, lots of people have done things a certain way for a long time, and they've built bad habits for themselves. And it's really hard to break bad habits. Okay, with any gym, and the same with our content gym, you have to build it up gradually. Many people that have hit the gym and have gone too hard and pushed it too hard or run too fast and then have got hurt or injured and then had to take weeks off because you've overdone it and overburnt yourself, your body goes into a massive shock. And sometimes you can get sick from overdoing it. We don't want to do that in the content gym. We're going to build it up gently. Also, you need to add this new activity to your busy life. And as with any new activity, it's going to take longer to make one piece of content at the start because you haven't got processes in place, you haven't got templates, you have to get used to making the content. Meta, who own Facebook and Instagram, said 5 reels a month over a 60-day period will help you grow by 2.5% over not making any content. This is across Facebook and Instagram, and you'll be amazed that Meta said don't forget about Facebook. As we know, DJs and producers have all been favouring Instagram recently for the last few years, but there's still plenty of reach on Facebook and there's over 2.9 billion active users. So the second big stat that we got out of Meta was there's less than 15% crossover of the two platforms. So putting content on both is really going to help you. 5 reels a month, that doesn't start too difficult as a starting place for our content gym. That's 1 a week plus maybe 1 extra. So, do you have a release this month? Do you have a gig this month? Do you do a live stream? Do you have a radio show? All of these things we could probably talk about. Do you have a Spotify playlist? Do you have that new YouTube mix series which you've started since you've watched last week's video on starting on YouTube and the importance of starting on YouTube as a DJ producer in 2023? If you didn't see that, I'm going to link to it above and below. Any of those could have 1 to 5 pieces of content over a whole month. So let's get the phone out or get a pen and paper and go old school and write down some ideas. Don't panic and post, sit down and plan first. Always remember that. Don't have any ideas? Then grab my free Instagram guide, which I'm going to link below in the comments. It's going to help you build out a strategy for yourself and understand which bits of Instagram to post in, and also give you a load of tasks to help you plan out what your content is going to be. Okay, so now we have the ideas, we need to make the content. And however they come out, they come out. Everything starts rubbish at the start, but just start doing it. It's like in the actual gym, you have to start first and it gets better and better and better. We're going to film them on our phones and then download 2 apps, InShot and CapCut. And these are going to help you edit them. And then when it comes to posting, you're going to post them on Instagram Reels, you're going to post them on Facebook Reels, you're going to post them on TikTok, you're going to post them on YouTube Shorts. So make sure you have all those channels. As you upload them to those platforms, you're going to use each of the platforms' little native things about them, titles, text overlays, to make them specific for that platform. And this could be simple as check the caption for more information as a call to action. Or on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Whilst we're chatting YouTube, I'm on a massive mission to increase my YouTube this year, and I really, really want to get to 100,000 subscribers. And if you can help me on that mission, please consider subscribing. I see 74% of you are watching my videos and are not subscribed. If you are enjoying them, please consider subscribing. It really helps me out. It helps me grow the channel. And the more subscribers, the better the content, the more videos we put out, the more it's going to help you grow. I want to get that percentage down to 50% over the next 30 days. So if you can help me out, let's do this. Okay, the reason you're uploading to all platforms is because they all might get slightly different reach and slightly different performance on each of the platforms, and you'll be amazed at the differences. Also, with YouTube, the analytics is absolutely banging. And what you can do with those analytics is you can monitor when people have watched your video, how much they've watched, and when they've dropped off, which then you can re-edit those videos and take out the bit they've dropped off because they've obviously found it boring, and then try that post again a little bit later, 2 months down the line. Cool, we have our 5 Reels a month now. And that's going to help us grow a little bit, and a little bit, and a little bit, and a little bit. 1% better every day. Always remember that. For Instagram, we're going to need to mix up our exercises and our content. Doing all cardio isn't going to give you the maximum effect, so you have to mix it up. So once a month, we're going to make a beat port chart or a track source chart, depending on which is your favorite and which works for your music. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take all the links and put them into a website called clipper.video. I'll link to it below. I spoke about it loads. And what they're going to do is they're going to turn those links into little videos. And then on Instagram, you're going to post those as a carousel. And that's going to mix up our content a little bit. So then once a month, you get an Instagram chart of the tracks on your Beatport or track source chart. And also, if you don't have releases, getting in a habit of posting a chart monthly, that's going to give you a piece of content on Beatport or track source. And then when it comes to when you have do a release, you're already in that habit and it's built another good habit for you. You could use it to promote the YouTube video you've made if you've got tracks for that, or your radio show. It's all going to help. When you're using Clipper, you don't need to add any spinning or visualizers. Just download the tracks. 30 seconds is cool. And then create the chart on Instagram. And then you use a carousel for this because it's going to give space between our reels and it's going to mix up using all the parts of the platform. So, how are we doing? You feeling the burn or you're still okay? This workout is nearly there and we've nearly through our first workout in our new content gym. We've got one more piece of content to do and you've got this. Come on. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to take our charts and turn them into a Spotify playlist, and we're going to start growing that Spotify playlist. And as you can see, all of this content is literally making itself because we've done it across one platform and then we've replicated across other platforms. This will give you content across platforms, and it's also going to start building numbers across platforms, which is going to help you when you come to releasing music, and it's also going to help your radio shows and your podcasts or your video mixes. By doing it very simply and targeted, it's hopefully not going to make it too stressful for you. If you want to document you making this content and document your life or your lunch or things you're doing, please put this on stories, whether it's stories on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. Use the stories feature for this. This is where that sort of content lives. Disposable content goes on the 24-hour feature. So that's a basic content workout for you to get you building some content muscles. And as with the actual gym, once you start getting used to it, you can build and you can start adding to it. Because what you'll find is, like I said at the start, you're going to start building templates and processes to speed it all up for you. I see a lot of people talking on Instagram about best practices, 2 reels a day. And I've even mentioned it myself in a few things. But going from 0 to 2 reels a day, 15, 20 reels a week, that's massive. And it's also frightening. Big questions are going to go through your life. How am I going to fit that in my life? How am I going to make more music? How's it going to stop me making music? God, I'm not doing that. And all these other questions that will go through the brain. You don't. That's like taking a car from 0 to 100 straight away. It's not possible. You have to build up to it and you have to build the muscles to allow you to do these things. Those numbers are actually what's called as accelerated growth. And you build up to them by putting processes in place to allow it to happen. So don't panic. Let me know in the comments if you found this useful. I'm trying loads of different content on YouTube this year, and my content gym idea has been one of them. And if you'd like me to do some more exercise routines to building content for you as DJs and producers, I'd love to know, and I'd love the feedback in the comments. Let me know, please. If you are still struggling with content and you need tons more ideas, then that's what we pack into my course, The Artist Blueprint. It covers content creation, it covers getting music signed, it covers social media growth, it covers SoundCloud growth and Spotify growth, and also running Instagram and Facebook ads to grow your streams, listeners, and followers. If that sounds interesting to you and you want in, then we need to jump on a discovery call where we'll chat about what you're doing in the past, what you've done previously, where you're trying to get to in your goals. And if that bit in the middle is the course, then we'll talk about the course in depth. I've put a link to join in the comments below. Jump on a call with me and let's chat more about it. If you want to grow from 0 to 1,000 followers on Instagram, then you should check out this video next. You're not going to want to miss that. It's going to give you some more ideas for growing on Instagram, and I hope you go and watch that. I've been Grahame Farmer, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheerio. Bye-bye.